Let's talk about 3 ways to show your brilliance, well, without being a know it all. When it comes to experience driven writing, it's about creating those connections and really creating a way where people can feel one with your work. If that's your sales copy, if that's your book, an ebook, whatever it is you're actually writing. And in doing so, we need to really kind of create that connection and hopefully create the connection of why they should work with us or buy our product or service. To do that, most of us don't want to be like, look at me, I'm so smart, but we want to show it to them. Here's 3 ways you can do that. Number one, you got to tell the stories. We love stories. So tell stories about your clients, tell stories about your work, just tell stories. We all loved story time as a kid, and we still bring that love of story time forward. So always share it as a story. Number two, use social stories to your advantage. Social stories do two amazing things. Number one, it's already relatable, so it makes that situation they already understand. They just transfer the information over to you. So it makes them understand your work and the power of your product or service even better. But what it also does is it makes you look smart because you're able to reference a social story and tie it into your brand. So therefore, you look like a smarty pants of being able to make this example and really make the connection for your audience. Lastly, examples. Examples work almost like samples. So instead of thinking of examples as in, well, I'm showing my brilliance, think about them as little samples. Just like when you go to Costco or Sam's Club and they have the samples tray out, like seriously, those people get hounded. So give your audience a little sample of what it's like, how it feels, and what always happens when you're talking to the person at the sample counter. They're telling you about how it melts in your mouth or, the flavors are bright and crisp. Do that for your audience. Think, Food Network for your industry, basically. Share that experience with your audience with as much detail and sensory engagement as possible. So sample your work in your writing. When you do this, you'll be showing your smarts and your know it all without actually having to be at a look at me, I'm a know it all.